Hey, remember us? The people that you haven't seen in 3 months? Welcome back to Goose Quack Podcast.
Welcome back, y'all. Woo! We're back.
It's been 3 months.
It's been a wild time for all of us.
Oops.
We promise. Here's the thing, though. None of us forgot about the podcast.
Oh no.
Every single time we've planned it, it just doesn't work. Everyone is just so busy.
That's the fun, silly, whimsical part.
This semester's
That's
been
just-
kicking
you never
my
know.
butt.
Yeah, it's just been a lot, but we're back and we're gonna continue on. Knock on wood. We're gonna continue on through next season and everything. So yeah, we're gonna have some fun times. And yeah, so we are joined with one new person who has not been on Goose Quack yet, Mr. Ethan Harris himself. Woo! Everyone give a round of applause through the phone.
I'm
Hello.
holding
Hello,
my phone,
hello.
so I'm just gonna do a fist up in the air for you.
Yes, it is your
Period.
boy, Ethan Harris. Nice to meet you. Hello.
Nice to meet you. It's nice to meet you. Ethan, introduce yourself, say your name, which has been stated multiple times, and what your favorite show's been.
Hi. Hello, everyone. How y'all doing? My name is Ethan Harris, and this is my first Goose Quack podcast episode. Yay!
Yay.
Very
Period.
excited for that. Very excited.
Big Ethan fan.
Stop. Don't
So
stop.
I'm kind
I
of
said don't stop. Keep going.
anti-Ethan.
Anti-Ethan.
What's your favorite show, Ethan?
Favorite show. We need to go fast.
My favorite show. I would say probably the most recent one. I want to go with Annie.
Annie.
Yep.
You all want me to explain why, or just
We normally don't.
We usually don't. We just
Okay,
go
Just say
like.
it and then we move on.
We don't want to hear you
all
yapping.
right? Okay.
I
Well,
think-
yeah,
I
Annie,
think
Annie.
What's your yapping, Ethan Harris?
I think the most people have
Shocking.
done is just. I think the most people have done is like a big fish because I liked it, and that's like it's
That's the most detailed it's been.
the most detailed it's been. I mean, Elise answered the quack question with like, my favorite one was blah 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 blah, and we're like, why? And she goes, because
did that
I
too.
liked them.
I think she said
And then Royce didn't
Bunchback.
answer it.
Bunchback
Bunchback
and
Haggle
Haggle
Moogle.
Instead of the
I
Hunchback
remove-
of Notre
I
Dame,
like
it
it.
was
All right.
the big back
So,
of Notre Dame.
no.
What? Say that again. Say that again.
What did bro say?
I literally did not hear you. What did you
What if
say?
instead of the Hunchback of Notre Dame, it was the big back of Notre Dame, and Quasimodo was just like really gluttonous?
That's such a fun word, gluttonous.
Gluttonous.
No.
Okay.
Gluttonous.
So we have a little
Yeah.
bit of congratulations to give.
3 months of it.
3 months.
Yeah.
Shoot.
We want to say congrats to all the fall shows for finishing, even though they finished like 2 weeks ago.
Wow.
Congrats, woohoo, yay. They were all great. I'm so proud of all of y'all, and I bet so are they, but they're not saying words. So
Yay.
and congrats to the cast of Joseph. Woohoo!
Yay.
It's gonna be such a good show. Our winter show casts are always mega stacked, so we're so excited for this
Oh.
one. We have
I finally
more,
get to do a winter show.
Yay.
we have
Yeah.
more guys than I ever could have anticipated doing a
Like,
musical
what?
before.
We
It's
actually
like-
have enough
it's-
brothers.
You advertised it so much on this podcast. That's the reason
Dude,
why.
I literally have like every podcast leading up to Joseph. I'm like, hey, we need men.
Yep.
But like every
And you
single
got
podcast,
men.
we got
Can I
so
can
many
I
of
say
them.
the thing?
Got man.
Can I say the thing? The bit, the joke.
Oh.
No.
Can I say the thing?
What?
Yeah, please.
What
Here,
joke?
chat, clip this.
No.
I want to see you. All right, okay. I said that.
Girls, I want to see men. Yeah, that's how it felt at auditions. There was so many.
No.
Now Jack has to edit in a Vine boom, but we had so many guys show up to auditions. Like there was at least like a good 5 in like all of our audition
It's
groups.
fine.
So, like all of us were like all of us were shell shocked. It was so funny.
Real.
There's a picture of like all of the.
Come on.
Ah.
Sorry, Ethan has put a sound
Please-
effect over that, so now we
Please
have to
don't.
edit
Please
that in,
don't.
too.
Please
even
don't do
know
it
it was
anymore
me.
because I don't want to
just
edit
gonna,
this
like-
for as long as
Okay.
I have to. Please.
Okay.
There's a
I'm just gonna
picture-
like spam sound effects the entire show, and it's gonna be great.
Okay, let's
Okay.
lock in girly pops. So
All right.
All right, my bad.
I love how I said girly
No.
pops and 4 out of the 5 people on this podcast are guys. Anyway,
Yeah,
I
I'm
feel
the
called
only one
out
who's
by
not
that
very
statement.
girly pop here, honestly.
yeah. But there's a picture of like all of the guys from callbacks, and I'm like, there's so many of us. Like, this is the most guys I think that have
Hallelujah.
auditioned for a
Thank God.
CYT show since Les Mis.
Wow.
There was like
Yeah, I didn't
what
know that.
16 guys called back,
Yeah, there were 16 guys called
Wow.
back for the brothers.
and like there was only like 15-ish roles that needed to be men, so like it was perfect.
Yeah, and
Good.
Keaton is double cast as Potiphar and Jacob.
Mm-hmm.
That should be
So
Potiphar's wife.
let's move on to the actual topic of this episode. Our
Right.
Joseph episode will come much later.
Yeah.
So
And I will be sobbing on that episode.
we will get Amanda on that episode. It's her very last show, sadly. I don't know why I'm pointing up there.
Wait,
It's
hold
probably
on,
not like
gang.
that on
I didn't know
screen.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I turn 19
Yeah.
tomorrow, so
You're old.
Everyone say happy
Loser,
birthday, Amanda, in the
dude.
comments.
Happy
Why not,
birthday!
why not right now?
Thank
Happy
you.
birthday.
Happy birthday,
I will-
Amanda.
I'll
was
be
talking to the
19
viewers.
whenever this
Chat.
comes out, but thank you.
Woohoo! Okay, so let's move on to the actual topic of the episode. This is our fall in review episode, our second fall in review episode on Goose Quack Podcast. So we are going to move on to Ethan. You good there?
I dropped my phone. I'm good. Dropped my phone.
We're gonna move on to Willy Wonka, which was such a fun show. Jonathan is mostly gonna speak on this one. So what was
Yeah,
some
it's
of
just
your
a fun-
favorite? What was some of your favorite moments from Wonka?
Honestly, the show as a whole, it was definitely, it had a lot of smaller kids in it, so I kind of went in with a little bit of doubt just on how good it would be. But honestly, all in all, we pulled together pretty quickly and started
We
realizing we were
followed
like, oh shoot, no, there's potential here. The casting, especially for what we had, was really good.
Mhm.
There was a lot of good work put into it. Like the set, when Miss Hannah was telling us about like what the set would be, the way she was explaining every single thing, I looked at her, I said, "Are we sharing a stage with Adams?" And they said, "Yeah." And I said,
So we're doing this.
"You
at
said
the
we have a
Venter?
fountain, Miss Hannah."
Yeah.
No, but
I-
it was well done. I'm happy with it.
That was the coolest set ever. Like y'all had
It
like
was.
two houses on the sides that like folded open.
That was
Yes,
awesome.
dude.
That
Those
was
Oh
houses
yeah,
were
the house in the
kind
candy
of stressful
shop.
though.
The candy
was
shops
so
were
funny.
sweet, though.
It was so funny how in so many different scenes, like the buckets or Wonka or different people would have to sit in the houses when they were shut so that they could open them and make it be okay. And like
I bet y'all were
backstage,
crammed back there.
you could see Jonah, who is the kid who played Wonka, like trumpled up in the corner of the Wonka shop so that he couldn't be seen from the stage because the door was like open so you could see through it. So he just kind of had to like hunch over, and it was the funniest thing, dude, to see from offstage.
Yeah, for sure. I was
Oh,
like, when
man.
y'all opened up that like candy shop and opened up the house, the way I went from this to this. Like
was
I
so
was I was
cool.
like shocked to my core, dude.
That was
was
brilliant.
It was like a really small detail, but like it was so good. It was a really, really smart idea. The artistic team for that as a whole popped
Oh,
off.
yeah.
It was great.
Like what I love so much about Hannah, Hannah killed High School Musical, absolutely devoured High School Musical. But like even with like Willy Wonka, which is like a show that's like it's like a very easy show. I think Wonka's a very easy show. But like
Yeah.
she did so much that I don't really think anyone expected. Like the holes in the set the kids fell through, I was like
I was
Dude,
like,
I was like,
concerned.
yo, that
That's-
was so cool.
Scared the living crap out of me.
Me too. That's what I was saying.
Because
No,
Augustus
dude, okay.
would be like, whoa, 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 and then fall through the set.
When Augustus
There
had
goes
to
that
fall,
kid.
oh my gosh, the original plan for when Augustus fell into the hole was we had one of our techies, Emily. She was originally going to be set in the hole so she could stick her feet up and be Augustus's legs. And then, like at Tech Week, they realized that wasn't a good idea. So they took these pool noodles, put some brown cloth over them, and slapped shoes on them and said,
Ain't no way.
I had
Dude,
no idea
I
these were pool
forgot they
noodles.
were like pool noodles, dude. Lucy was telling me
I
about
didn't
that.
even
They're like,
realize they were pool
I
noodles.
never knew those were pool
so
noodles.
funny, dude. It was so funny.
Yeah, because like I think that's so funny. They're like, okay, you're gonna you're gonna jump, and then she's gonna immediately stick her legs up. Her face would have been crushed. Like someone just like
Exactly. That's like
stepping right on.
Yeah.
this,
That would've been
everything that we were
crazy.
told tech wise, like every single person was like, we're doing what now? And like honestly, it worked every time. So I was down for it.
Mhm.
It was great. It was
One of the
really well put
coolest
together.
parts of Wonka, to me, one of the coolest parts was like I'm such a lighting design nerd, and y'all know it. Like
Oh, I
Yeah.
know.
Like, yeah, Jack and I
Yes,
saw
Jack,
Percy
yeah.
together, and I was raving about Son of Poseidon for like a solid 20 minutes of our car ride back.
Mhm.
But when like the lights like went out and it was like dark blue and everything at the end of Chew It, I was like, yo! That was so cool. And Heidi cooked, y'all. No one can
She
play.
did.
Heidi ate down
That
and left
role was
no
made for
crumbs.
her. That was a
Mhm.
Every
role
single
made for her.
kid that was casted for like the golden ticket winners, it was like
It was perfect casting.
so perfect. Especially, oh my gosh. What's her name? Piper, who played
Veruca.
Veruca.
She
Oh.
Sweetest kid you
Oh.
will ever meet. And then on Tech Week, everyone saw a side of her that just does not exist at all. As she was Veruca. It was the funniest thing on stage. Dude, it was great.
That was wild.
All of the golden ticket winners were like perfectly cast.
Oh yeah, so was Gabe Toller. Gabe Toller was great, dude.
Yes. Oh my god.
And y'all gotta put some respect on my main man Caleb. He ate that accent for
Yes,
Augustus, dude.
dude.
Yes.
Doing a German accent at like 8 years old, it's doing a German accent. It's very difficult. I was like,
That's Russia. What?
That was Russian.
I was talking about a Russian. Ooh,
That
sorry,
was pretty close to being Russian.
yeah, I was doing.
Nein,
I
das
was,
was not zusammen.
I was
That's what's
talking
not
about
the
a-
German accent.
I was talking about a Russian accent a few days ago with my mom because like, what if we did that in Anastasia? And that was like on my mind for some reason.
Hmm.
But yeah, I was like, yeah, doing a Russian accent for Anastasia would have been crazy. But I'm like, that's the wrong accent. Sorry guys, I did not wake up too long ago. But I
Russia, Germany,
I've been up for
basically
too
the
long.
same
Russia,
place.
German, same difference.
Totally.
Wow.
they're both
Wow.
countries. You know, they're both countries.
They both have people in
They
them.
both live on
They
Earth.
both have people
They
in
both
them. They're
live on
both large.
They're both
you
on
know.
the planet.
They're both on the planet. They're both on the Earth.
I thought you
But,
said they're both
doing
a
a German
planet.
accent, it's not the easiest accent to get down.
Mm-mm.
And
German is very,
Caleb and Carson
very
killing
hard,
that
yeah.
was crazy.
Yes.
Bruh, I got German
Oh,
heritage
dude.
and I can't do it.
That was the best part about like half of Wonka was seeing all the kids transfer over from Adam's family to Wonka because of how many people were doing Adam's family.
Yeah,
Like,
a lot of people dropped Adams.
Jocelyn, Brooke, Carson, too, even, I'm pretty sure. Like,
I
and it
feel
was
like
great
all
because I
of
got to
the-
like hang
I
out
feel
with
like
them a
all the
bunch,
older-
but it was
I
great.
feel like all the older kids from a lot of the older kids from Wonka, except for like you and Lucy, were like, I'm gonna do Wonka because they were originally gonna sign up for Adams. Because I
I
know
originally was going to sign up for Adams.
Mhm.
No, but then I
yeah,
had
but
a
you're a
choir
choir
conflict.
kid, boo.
Hey,
Mia
put some
had to take
respect
my
on them
role as the
choir
bass
kids.
2 resident.
Yeah, dude, Mia ate. But we'll get to that later.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
But y'all, we gotta put some respect on my man Talon, y'all. He
I
ate.
was wondering when you're
For
gonna say that.
real.
Yes.
I said he
cooked.
literally looked like Charlie Bucket when he was cast.
Yeah.
Grandpa Joe.
The movie.
No, him and Harley Quinn, both of them. Harley Quinn
Harley
was
Quinn!
his cover, but like literally, they both put so much work into the show. It was
Oh,
it
yeah.
was great.
I
They did-
remember
they did.
seeing Talon's name under Charlie and like flipping out, dude.
That was like the best thing ever.
Dude, he was so great. I loved him.
Brother
as,
earned it.
He was.
Brother earned it. Brother earned
Yeah,
it. Brother earned
he absolutely killed it. Ethan, with that
Yeah.
microphone.
it. What microphone? what
What are you talking about? Yeah.
are you talking about, bro?
He,
What
he has a
microphone, bro?
voice
What
changing microphone.
Maybe the
What
real
are you talking about?
microphone was the friends we made
Friends we
along
made
the
along
way.
the way.
No.
Okay.
Hi, Evan. How are you?
Okay.
But
Nah.
but dude, Talon
Maybe the
freaking
real
killed it.
Expo 2025.
Was the friends we made along the way. I'm so mad. Yeah, but
No.
Talon, if y'all like if y'all saw Wonka, you saw talent, and he ate every time.
He
Like
He was
did.
so good.
he did
I'm so proud of
so good.
It was a great
He was-
show. Normally, especially for Wonka, normally I feel like this is pretty common. Is like everyone has that, oh, that one show though, that one show was bad. That one show was like the best show. That one show was meh. For Wonka, in all reality, it was pretty consistent with
Oh, yeah.
like how good it was every show.
That's
There
what
were
I
some like
heard.
rough spots, but it was really like consistent with the quality. And I was kind of surprised, honestly, because I've never
I
had a
feel
show
like
be like that.
yeah, because I mean, there's always one rough show. That's just
Right.
how it goes.
Mhm.
Like I remember during Anastasia, for me personally, the Saturday at 7 p.m. first
For
weekend,
the first one.
I was gone. I was literally gone. Like,
How did I just predict that before you even said it though?
oh yeah, my voice was dead. Like, stupid weather jacked me up for no reason. So like that, I feel like there's always one rough show, no matter what show you do. I heard Wonka. I was talking to Lucy the other day, and we were like raving about Wonka because it was such a great show. And I love how Hannah can make even like a kids show seem like up. I'm not gonna say up to par. That's a weird way to say it.
Mhm.
But like there's like a lot of like
Match quality
difference
together shows.
between yeah, for sure. I like let's just say there's a big difference between like Willy Wonka and Addams Family. Like huge different shows. But like what I loved so much about Hannah is she made it like seem like you weren't watching a junior show.
Yes,
Yeah.
that was my big takeaway. I always
Mhm.
get nervous when I'm like, ugh, I have to do a junior show because it kind of is
Junior
like,
shows are junior
mm.
shows.
Mm.
Come on.
But she
Yeah.
really made it like she made the show not a junior show. She just made it a condensed Willy Wonka. That's all it was,
Mm.
and it
For
was
sure.
it was really well done. She's a very I was. And she was directing a show at her school at the same time. Like
So
it
true.
was
Oh,
Really?
I
like
did
she
not know
did
that.
I didn't know
a
that.
really good job. I had a
She
great
killed
time
it.
working with her as a director.
That's awesome.
She's awesome. What she did with High School Musical like shocked me to my core, dude. That was a beautiful show.
It
You
was.
doggy Troy, my hoops boy.
No.
Oh God.
Nuh-uh.
Where's Adam when
Nuh-uh.
you need him?
Did I
Bro,
tell y'all
I
what
still quote that
Adam
with
said
Adam
when I
today.
logged on the Discord once? When
What did he say?
I was picking on him for his line for his yo doggy Troy my hoops boy. The next day I log on to the server, like our big CYT land server. By the way, it's still open. You should totally check it out.
I know, right?
Go check it out, y'all. It's so cool. And we have a little announcement about that at the end. But words. I hopped on the Discord and the first thing he says was, "Yo, doggy Jay, my shoes boy," and I hang up the call.
Ugh,
I'm like, you're
That's
the
what you
worst.
get.
there's
You get-
no way.
My shoes.
No,
boy.
dude, I still
My shoes
remember
bonkers.
Adam inviting me to that show, and I had never seen High School Musical up until that point. That was my first High School Musical experience. And he was like, "Yeah, I'm playing Chad," and I was like, "Oh, cool." I don't know who that is. So I show up to the show, whatever. And then he's like the opening lines and songs, and I'm like, Adam, what the heck? Why didn't you tell me that part?
Yeah.
It was really funny to see him as a character that he is not at all in any means, shape, form, or fashion, but played so extremely well.
Oh yeah, he was
Like,
such a
it
dude,
was
bro.
hilarious.
I loved his dude bro portrayal because it's just so unlike Adam.
He lost all
It's
the
just
orange
not-
cat energy.
Man wants to be a programmer. That's like as anti like Jim Bro as you can get.
Yeah.
Dude, seriously, that's crazy.
He lost all the orange cat energy for that role.
Oh, for sure. He has a lot of orange cat energy now that I think about it. Like that's
He absolutely
crazy.
does.
Yeah,
What
that's
is the
actually a really
context of
good
that?
placement
What?
of him. No, I agree with that.
Yeah. That was such a great show. Wonka too. Wonka killed.
Mhm.
I need to put some respect on all the adults too. All the
Yeah.
adult casting. Didn't know Brooke could sing like that until I saw Cheer Up Charlie. She killed that song.
Yes.
That's a song suited really well for her range, and she sounded so good singing that song. And
Yeah,
plus
those-
the emotion for all of y'all in that scene was really great.
Yeah, it was really funny when we had just started practicing that scene like during Tech Week. It was like the entire show it had been super TBD if I was going to have a cane or not. And like literally 3 days before the show, I got a cane, and I was like, well, great. I have
Yeah.
to figure this out now, I guess. So
Yeah.
that's why
Yeah.
there was a lot of scenes where like I was holding the cane super awkwardly because I was like,
I don't know what to do.
it was really funny though. But like all of the like range wise, it was funny because Jocelyn and I were talking. She's like, I don't want to be Mrs. Bucket, and then she wasn't Mrs. Bucket.
She was Mr. Bucket.
She was Mr. Bucket. But her and Brooke, honestly, the whole family dynamic as a whole like worked really well for that
Oh
show.
yeah.
Yeah.
Plus, I looked like Charlie actually was my grandkid, so it worked out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all look so similar, man. Seriously. I
That-
find
no,
it
that's
so
the-
funny though how you're like as blonde as ever, and Brooke and Jocelyn are both brunettes, and then their son is as blonde as ever. Like
we skipped a generation, I guess.
Yeah.
maybe he's just my real kid, but nobody knows it yet. Like
No, that's what was
Yeah.
determined. Jocelyn was like, okay, Talon looks like maybe you and Brooke's kid, but not me and Brooke's kid. What's happening here?
yeah, maybe Jocelyn, maybe they just switched your roles on accident. Jocelyn was Grandpa Joe and you were Mr. Bucket, and then they're like, wait, hold on. Like,
Wait,
Wait
this
a
isn't
minute.
right.
oh my gosh, that's so
Yeah.
funny. Yeah, but
10
but
out of-
Talon was
10 out of
great.
10
And
film.
dude, Jonathan, you ate as Mr. Not
You
Mr. Bucket.
did.
Sorry,
You
you ate as
did.
Grandpa Joe.
Really, I was really scared for that role because I have a lot of trouble portraying older characters, especially on stage.
You did
And that
awesome.
show,
Not in this one.
Yeah, you
and
killed
that
this
show,
one.
I was like, honestly, at callbacks, I was pretty sure I was getting Grandpa Joe just because I had the voice for it. And as we were going through the show, I was like, okay, I'm getting better at this. So honestly, it was just a great learning opportunity to like
Yeah.
get better at portraying those older characters. So maybe I can pull off Hades in the future.
80s.
Hades Town.
Yeah.
Please
CYT,
down.
CYT, do Hades Town. CYT, put on Hades Town now, please.
Hey,
As long as it's not the first week of November, I can do Hades Town. Just saying.
Period.
They're gonna make it first week of November. Just watch.
I will cry
No,
actual
just
tears.
watch-
I
just
don't
watch
think you
them.
understand.
They're gonna-
I will cry real tears.
I will cry pickles right now. Don't even. I will start crying
Well,
real pickles.
Why?
Why
pickles?
pickle?
It's a
Why
long
pickle?
story.
Brother,
It's a long story.
You
Brother,
didn't
that
tell
is
us
quite
after an
disgusting.
episode.
I got
That
you.
is- that is disgusting.
It is.
Maybe you were pickle juice instead of Mia all along.
Maybe the real pickle juice
Bro.
was
Juice
the
was the
Jonathan. We
first-
found a way. Found a way.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Oh my gosh. Okay.
this is bad.
I will cry pickle. Where is bro going?
He going.
Water.
Oh, I was like, I thought he
Oh,
was like,
wow,
okay,
okay.
bye. I'm like, brother, what?
No, I thought
It's
you were
still
about to pick up
pickle
a pickle
juice.
jar. I literally thought you were about to pick up a pickle jar or something.
I will cry.
Honestly, I really
Straight
wish
out of
I
the
had
pickle.
one. That would have made that a lot funnier.
I will cry pickles is crazy. But dude, the Wonka was so good.
I'm
And,
very
dude,
happy with how the show
Lucy Toller was was funny.
Yes,
This is
dude.
TV.
Had me cackling the whole
so-
show.
One of my favorite parts about like being in a show is seeing the process of characters develop, especially in a show like Willy Wonka, where like every character is super over the top, and just watching them, okay, yeah, they're this character, and then Tech Week happens. And they drum it up so freaking much.
Mhm.
Lucy did
Yeah.
that during Tech Week, and I was so caught off guard so many times on stage trying not to break. It was so funny.
I feel like that's how it is
That
every
was-
tech week. Like
Yeah.
people just like expand their characters. Like
I know I
like,
broke Jay so many times.
Do or die. I
during
mean,
We'll get
that
to
that's
that
episode.
later. We will
Yeah,
get to that
definitely.
later because we had to talk about
Tech
that.
Week.
Yes.
Tech Week brings out the best in people. Like,
Oh,
honestly.
for sure.
Yes, definitely.
And then Carson was amazing. I've never heard
Oh
Carson
my
like truly
gosh,
sing, but she did a
dude.
really good job as
He
Mrs.
did.
Gloop.
Mhm.
That was so. It was, dude. During callbacks, I got called in for Phineas Trout, so I got called back for that Augustus Gloop scene, right? And I was doing it, and I was sitting next to Carson, and she was like, "Hey, Jonathan, you're a choir boy, right?" And I was like, "Yeah." She says, "Do you know how to pronounce German?" I was like, "Yeah." And she hands me the paper, and I start reading her lines, and I'm like, "I got you." So that's how she figured out how to read all the
You're-
German.
You're a choir boy.
German and not Russian.
That is
I was very good at his German.
Nein, that is not so German. That is Russian.
I'm very good at the German. I'm very good.
No,
It's
dude, I was
James
talking to my mom.
Gordon.
James Gordon,
I'm
we did
James
it.
Golden.
We
I'll
did
play
it.
the freaking emoji movie. Dude,
Oh.
I was
Sick of you
I was
doing
talking to my mom while I was in New York because we saw this thing. It said St. Petersburg's gift. It was like a bunch of like Russian dolls. I was like, oh, in Bryant Park. It was really cool. I'm like, what if they made Gleb actually Russian? The children, their voices. A man makes painful choices. I'm like, ugh. I'm so glad that he's Russian, but not Russian. Like you get me?
Like,
I'm glad
they
he's
didn't, like, he didn't
Russian,
have
but
the
not.
accent. Is that all you're saying?
Wait, Ethan, what?
I was just.
I'm glad he is Russian and not so
I'm glad he's
Russian.
Russian, but not.
Like crazy Russian, yeah.
He's crazy. He's a crazy
Crazy
Russian.
Every
But he's
time
not
Gleb walks on
crazy.
stage, the USSR national anthem starts playing.
We had that in our.
You want to know what's the
music.
funniest part
That
about
threw me
that?
so
Though?
off when I was seeing that show was like hearing the USSR anthem start playing in the background while we were waiting for like an intermission and junk. That just came on. I was like, I'm on my phone, whatever. And then I hear that and I
That theme was how.
Literally same.
How
That
the
theme
show
was how
ended. It
the,
was so
the opening
funny.
show announcers knew. Okay, we should probably go ahead and line up and get the mic ready.
that's
Dude,
great.
you
That's
want to know what
actually
the
awesome.
funniest part of it though is that we literally are like bum, 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 boom, and we have like we like pointing up, we're waving like bye, thanks for coming to the show, and the first thing you hear is you hear the Soviet anthem,
Beautiful.
Soviet Russia, yeah, but
Soviet Russia.
Amazing.
Russia.
loved
Love to get it.
Wonka, so good.
Yes.
Is it Adam's time?
Jonathan's doing sign language. Jonathan, do you have anything else to say?
Okay.
No, but y'all want a quick ASL lesson, guys. Russia, I love. Why? Communism.
Okay.
There's
Anyways,
only
Addams
a few
Family,
Makes
guys.
sense.
There's only a few
could've-
sign language things that I know, and I cannot do it on camera. Let's move on to Adam's family,
Adam's
everybody.
Adam's
I'm
time.
legally obligated not to do
Addams
anything on it.
Family.
So 2 out of the 5 people on this podcast were in Adams, and it was me and Amanda. Who'd you play, Amanda?
I played Grandma Adams.
Oh, so funny.
No, you
I was
didn't.
Fester. I was what the heck?
You played. Oh my god, you played
I'm-
my son. Like,
I was. Oh
son?
yeah, I was
Your
your son.
son?
Yes.
Well,
Do we know?
you were her son? Question mark? Because like at the
Well,
end of the show, we
true.
kind of figure out
I don't know where it came
Maybe
from.
she's not.
she
part
just
of
kind of showed up. She's in Adams
it. When you're in Adams,
Adams?
when you're in Adams.
Adams?
like
Adam.
snapping
No.
confusingly.
I don't know.
But,
When you're in Adams.
Yeah. So let's go back to the topic of during Tech Week things change. I'm looking through the notes. And all I see is a note from my mom that says, "Amanda, come see me to work full disclosure." I'm like, okay.
Oh my god,
I know nothing about this. Let me put that out there. I know nothing about this.
Should I
So
say what
we
actually
get up
happened?
there. Yeah, I get up there. We're doing full disclosure, and well, I break 3 freaking times during full disclosure because Josh makes a new stupid choice, which made me cry laughing. Because he goes, "And one day a fox appeared, ring ding 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 ding," and I literally like,
Oh, it's
I
so
was
good.
there too. I was so glad that I was already just like. So I just
yeah,
went.
Who remembers that banger?
I'm looking at him confusingly because Fester knows the whole situation. He knows what's going on. He's like overlooking everything, so he's like the middleman. So I'm like looking at him confusingly, like, okay, tell the story the way you want. And so I'm sitting there like this, like, and he goes, "Fox appeared, ring ding ding," and I go, like, I
remember,
literally
like-
could not contain myself. I was cackling.
I remember I was because like my standard face for that whole thing was just like. So I just kind of like was having to try not to make any sound as I was dying laughing, but at least like. I
got
got
Oh,
the
dude,
face
he
back.
did that, and I was
Yeah.
like,
The whole cast.
every 2000s kid, every 2010 kid just like went
Oh my god.
What
The
does
thing with
the
that
fox
is,
say?
I think midway through the first weekend, I looked at Amanda and I said, I think he says wah pa 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 pow.
And then I
Like,
just said, then I would go, no. It's gotcha, go, or whatever it
I
was.
was like, oh yeah, and we agree on that, and then we look
No.
back at Josh.
Yeah, we're like, yeah, that's what it is. That was eventually our whole stage bit.
Yeah, that we would
That's-
just talk to each other through everyone's monologue.
Yeah.
But speaking of monologues, Amanda made a lot of new choices that I just was not expecting at all.
Oh,
Oh.
yeah.
Can we hear
So-
Thank
something?
you, Jen
Yes.
Shumick and Lisa Woods for that help.
You want to tell us what you did?
So basically, whenever I saw that note from Miss Jen saying, "Hey, come see me when you have a sec after you're done getting ready," so what we did is she and Lisa kind of talked me through the monologue a bit. They were like, "We feel like you can do even more." I was like, "Yeah, me too. I'm just kind of stuck there," and so they were kind of giving me like all these little descriptions on basically each word. Especially the bit where it's like, I'm 102, I've got shingles and arthritis, because I was just kind of counting them off originally. And I was like, I had some sort of motion for each thing. I was counting off first for like, I'm 102, and I'd be like, I got shingles and arthritis. And then eventually we would get to the lines like, when I break wind, I could move the windmills on a no Dutch pain. And you can't
And
see
she
me
would
doing this 'cause
grab her hips and start swaying
I-
like this.
my hips were going in a full circular motion at that point. I would do it
She
right now,
said
but
bring it
I'm-
around town. She literally was like,
I was very hippie. I can't do it right now because I'm in a chair and a blanket, but I did it. And I
Yeah.
was just doing I was lassoing it around.
and I was like, I always look like this. I'm like, this is my mom. But then she said Old Dutch pain again. I went, I started laughing, you rat.
And then
then-
it got even better because then it
Mhm.
was like my next line was Kamikuga, but 5 will get you 10, blah blah blah. And your mom and Lisa then had me just go Kamikuga. And
She did it right to the audience, and I was already like this, and then I just went. I could not contain. I was cackling.
it was.
And then my absolute favorite choice Amanda had is after that she goes, full disclosure, I just peed a little. That's her line. And she takes off her shawl and wipes it off the floor.
And it got more aggressive each show when that happened.
And the
Oh my
best
God.
part about it is she would put it back on.
And I would just struggle at the table putting it back on for a second. Occasionally, I would accidentally hit Jay with it, and he would act so disgusted with me.
No, she would hit me with it. I'll go, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
In the wise words of Ethan Harris, brother.
And I just remember whenever I sat back down after doing that scene for the first time, Jay just looked at me and he went, "You broke me, you rat!"
Rat. She did, and she's a rat for it.
That's
And
crazy.
it's funny because I'm the
my
one with the
camera is
rats
not
on the
cameraing.
show.
She was the rat.
I was.
You were
Maybe
garlic.
the real rat
was
was the
gar-
friends we made along the
I was
way.
garlic, I
God.
was cyanide, I was a positive, and I was a negative. Oh yeah, I had names for all my
yeah.
rats.
She had 4 rats.
I had one that I would carry on. There was the rat that would come in on the RC car, and then I had 2 earrings. I had these
Oh, good.
earrings. I had these earrings that were rats in little coffins, and I named one side O positive and the other side O negative.
Bro,
Yeah.
Miss Paula Beth had those for a Wonka thing. She had chipmunk earrings, and she said that they were the nut sorting squirrels, and she named them, but I can't remember what their names were.
I think it's on
Oh,
the
well.
takeover somewhere.
Maybe.
One of my favorite parts of Adams was my prop. My one consecutive prop to the whole show. My one continuative prop was my light bulb. I
that was
love that
funny.
stupid light bulb.
That kept
Um,
breaking.
Well, it wasn't even it didn't even break. Sometimes it just wouldn't turn off. Because
Yeah.
at one point I originally had a button in the back because I would. For the people that were wondering how it worked, I'm gonna explain it. So there was the
Okay.
light bulb, and then there was a screw on with a button on the back, and I literally just put it on my mouth, clicked it with my tongue, light up, boom, easy. I'm gonna discuss this in the quack question. Something happened to that light bulb. So I had the button, but then
Oh.
there was another thing I could just press it easily just put like a little bit of pressure on it and it would light up. So then I would just use that, and then when I would use it, it wouldn't turn off. So I would literally pretend. Oh Lord. Pretend this shoe is my light bulb. I would go. I would pick it off and I would just go. Like smack it to get it to turn off.
You were doing that backstage so much.
I know, because it would like I would test it and then it wouldn't turn off. I'm like, I was so mad at that stupid light bulb sometimes.
You were so mad at it. Oh my god.
It was so fun. And then like for the last weekend, I'm like,
light bulb.
I had beef with a light bulb. Dude, me and her were not friends the first weekend. Me and
Which
her
is-
were not friends.
Which is why you were so happy when I brought them back for your birthday gift.
Oh yeah, she literally got me 2 of the prop light bulbs for my birthday.
Oh
We
yeah,
still
you
have
left
them.
them in
That'll be
the
your birthday gift.
dance
That'll be your birthday
audition room for
I
Joseph.
knew you were gonna do that.
Yeah, I left
somehow.
them. I left them at the church because I was like, I'm so tired, and I literally went home afterwards. And then like at callbacks, they were like, "Hey, did anyone leave their light bulbs?" And I was like,
Like,
"Oh,
My,
me.
those are mine.
Those are my light bulbs. Thank you." So
Yeah, my
stupid.
bad.
You know, my bad.
Oh,
left
that's
my
on
light
me
bulb
for real,
here.
for real.
My bad.
Oh man.
I can't do it though. But yeah, that was so fun. I'm a name. Wait, Jonathan, who got awards for Wonka? I totally blanked. I'm gonna talk about that each time we talk about the show.
Ooh.
I know Brooke got the Rose Award. Congratulations. Woo!
Yes. Lucy has them all on video. So they're on. She did. Yeah, because she got all of it on video for the hype takeover.
Mhm.
Whoa, Lord.
All I
That's
know
a
is
good
Brooke was Rose
question.
Award. I know that.
Yeah, Brooke was the Rose Heart Award.
Rose Heart?
Rose Braveheart.
Wait, basically what I said. Yeah, whatever.
The Rose Heart is crazy.
Oh, who was the Screwball Award?
I don't really. I don't know.
It
We
was
can-
me, guys. It was
If
me.
we remember, yeah, we can talk about it
What the
later.
heck,
But
Amanda?
we can figure it out.
Yeah, no.
For Adams,
Hold
I
on.
know
Ethan.
Ethan, get that microphone.
Okay, I'm done. I'm done.
When you
I know-
talk about Annie, only use that mic.
No, please.
I do.
It's gonna be
won't-
terrible for Jack to edit with.
He's just
Okay.
not gonna
Well, can
edit it. He's just gonna have it so like you have to pay attention to figure
Yeah,
out even
guys, I've gotten
vaguely.
so lazy.
Can y'all
I'm
hear?
just
Can
gonna
y'all hear
post
it
I
or
mean,
no? Can y'all hear it or no?
Barely.
we can hear it.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
You can hear it?
all I know. Oh, geez, I'm trying to remember who won stuff for. Adams.
I only remember Rose right now, honestly.
Lori! I'm so proud of her.
Me
Like
too.
literally, like the minute, like I was sitting, the minute they announced it, I was off the floor. I was losing my
awesome.
mind. Yes, insanely deserved. So proud. I'm trying to remember other ones.
I feel
I
like
know
Monty.
Sophie got one of them.
She may have been the leapfrog.
I think so.
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe it was Monty, but no, it was definitely Sophie.
I know it was Sophie. Sophie got leapfrog.
I think Kate got something.
Spark was Keaton. Spark was Keaton.
Oh yeah.
That man's facial expressions, because he played a woman man. Her name
Aunt
was Aunt
Herman.
Herman, Wednesday's uncle. Aunt Herman.
Oh.
So like consistently,
A
anytime I
woman
was
man.
on stage, like dude, we had lore. Like, because Keaton's like Aunt Herman was in love with Uncle Fester. So she was like, so anytime I was on stage, he goes, whenever I would go, I am in love. He would go like, oh. And then when I would go, the moon, he would go,
Oh,
and he would be like so sad.
this is the first time I'm hearing of that. That's actually really funny.
Yeah, it was.
No,
it was
I remember-
So funny.
I remember Keaton is so easy to pick out on stage because, like, when I see the CYT shows, sure, I'm trying to go like, oh, there's Lily, oh, there's Jay, oh, there's Amanda, that type of thing, right? But I didn't have Keaton in my head because I didn't know which show he had done, and he walks on stage during the I think it's the scene where the moms are talking, like going through the family
Secrets,
book,
yeah.
Secrets.
and he like walks on and like seductively winks and then like spins around and walks off stage. And I was like, oh my
yeah.
Keaton.
Oh.
That's Keaton.
Dude,
Put his all into that.
mhm.
He
No,
did.
it's he's so goofy to watch on stage
He
because he
was
just
so
has
funny.
no shame and it's so funny, dude.
I think that's what I'm like. One of the most excited things. Like, I'm so excited for Joseph. I'm so excited to see him as Jacob and Potiphar, dude. That's gonna be so
Yeah.
funny.
Yes.
Yeah,
Go,
dude,
go so
That's
hard.
gonna be
Dude,
hilarious.
I remember a couple years ago, like people were saying that both Keaton and my brother looked alike.
They
They
did.
kind of
for-
do.
Well,
I
I
don't
don't
know who
think
your
they, I
brother
don't,
is.
I don't, I
so-
know, but like I don't think they look as much alike anymore. But like back in the day, like I saw a picture of Keaton for the first time, and I was like, oh my god,
That's Will Cruz.
that might be
Yeah.
Will.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't
Do
think they
y'all
look that alike
know-
anymore.
Hold on.
do y'all know a kid named Henry? In
Henry who?
Here?
he was
The
he
fisherman
was
guy?
one of the grandpas, and he
Oh.
was in James.
I
He
know of
literally
him.
looks like a small Travis. He looks exactly
Oh.
like Travis, dude.
Oh my
We got,
God,
the,
you're
we got
right.
the
I
next
didn't look
one,
at a picture of
everybody.
him
We got the
to
next
know
one.
who he
Tiny
is, but
Travis.
maybe I think I can see it now.
And like
I thought
after,
I
No,
was-
like
after
literally,
Tiny Travis.
like it was zero context during a James rehearsal. I just heard, doesn't he look like Travis? And I turned to go look at whoever said it, and I see Henry walk by, and I go,
yeah,
and
dude,
I just couldn't
after
unsee
Jonathan
it.
ages out, we have our next one.
Yeah.
But dude,
Henry, please be a base spoof. Please.
please carry on the tradition.
Mhm.
We get one every year.
Start
Travis left
wearing
and I showed up.
fedoras.
Start wearing fedoras nonstop and
Start wearing
button-downs and
fedoras
jeans.
now.
Okay, so do
Yes.
I just not exist anymore? What the flip?
The problem is you're
I've
Oh,
been
wait.
the next Travis.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway.
Wait, no,
There's
no,
like
you're
two
me.
next
Remember?
Travises.
You're
Oh
me.
yeah,
you're the
I'm
next
both
Jack.
of you.
But you could.
I'm
you
both
could
of
be.
you.
You could be both. Yeah.
I'm literally the next
and-
Travis and Jack. Come on.
You and Jonathan like share the title. Let me talk about something fun from Adams.
Okay.
I spent an hour in a makeup chair every day.
Bro,
That
Grandpa
sounds like
Joe,
fun.
same thing, dude. Same thing.
Haha, at least you had hair.
Kind of. Oh my gosh, dude. The way that hair had to be done, I felt like I lost half of it every day. Poor Tora, dude. Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Yeah.
I would get there early so that she could start, and I would get done like by the time worship was over. Like it took so long to get my hair done. I feel so bad for that woman, dude.
I feel so bad for that woman.
Jay with
Dude,
Brianna
no.
Bolton.
Me to Brianna, man. I love that woman so much.
She was
She-
totally sitting there the whole process.
Well, yeah, because like I mean, you had. Uh, there's lore, but I remember just sitting in the makeup chair, and I was like, I love how Amanda's just like here the whole process, and like people just like come and go and like talk to me and stuff. But I'm like, Amanda's just there the whole time, and Brianna looks at me and goes, "Oh my gosh!" And there's this other girl that's like around him constantly named Brianna. Like, oh, she's so
She's so
annoying, and she's
annoying.
literally the woman doing my bald cap. Like, she's
Oh.
literally the woman doing it, and Brianna was like, "Oh my god, this Brianna girl is so annoying." I'm like,
I still don't
Girl.
know how she was so tolerant of me just like being there like the whole time. I would get down pretty early, but it was still just
"It's
like
fine. I didn't care. Like, it was."
I knew you
literally no
wouldn't,
big
but
deal.
I was just surprised that because like I was really sitting there talking to you the whole time. And I was like, am I not being a distraction? Okay.
I mean, you had nothing. I mean, like, you had nothing to do. I had nothing to do. I was sitting in a chair for an hour.
The chaos of the
can
hair
I-
and makeup room is peak, dude.
You should have
Yes.
seen
Peak
Adams.
chaos. Peak chaos.
You should have seen Adams. Like, whatever you had for Wonka, this was 10 times that. Because we had to white everyone's faces, do their contour, do their eyeliner, paint their arms white, and then spray their hair silver. Imagine that 60 times.
The only thing I
should
can
have been
relate
an
to is
Adams.
the
They would have
silver
just
hair.
looked at me. They go,
Or
"Do you have your
drink.
foundation on?" Yeah, you're good.
Okay, wait, Ethan, what'd you say?
Let's go.
I said the only thing I can relate to is the silver hair. That's it. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Wait, I just
Okay.
realized, are all the guests today, were we all old people in our shows this fall
Yes,
season?
we were.
Old people.
Yo.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, you got
Yo,
all the old
People
people.
gang.
That's
Coincidence?
crazy.
I think not. Well, I wouldn't say I was old. Well,
Older.
I just
Yeah,
stood
gray
up.
hair.
I feel like I would say so.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
I-
From
You're
the
old.
productions that I've
You're
seen.
an old man.
Yeah.
Old.
But can I go
Old.
through the steps of my process of becoming
Yes, yeah,
old?
yeah, yeah.
Yes.
So I I think I actually have pictures to pull it up. Pause.
Oh
Um,
god.
There's what I had to do was there. It's latex. It's a latex cap. So I had to slick my hair fully to the back, flat. Then I put it over. We'd have to glue it to my head and stick it on. Cut around the excess edges. Liquid latex it not once but twice around the whole bald cap. And then I had to acrylic paint the bald cap.
What the heck is
And then I had
that?
to match the foundation. Yeah, it was paint. Like that wasn't like makeup. It was paint.
Oh,
Whole
Oh,
paint.
understood.
Wow.
And then I had to airbrush my face to match it. And then I had to do all the contouring. It took like I think it took like an hour and 50 the first time we did it. And then it got cut down to like hour and 30, hour and 15, and then it just took like 30 minutes the first two shows, and then every other show it took like 50 minutes. So we cut it down by
Yeah,
a
no,
solid
that's
hour.
worse than what. That's way worse than what I had to go through. I take
Isn't
everything back.
Like,
Mm.
let me. So this was
Because
like.
weren't the
we
first
can
two
be-
te-
This
weren't the
is the first process. Me putting on the latex cap.
Mhm.
Her having to cut around the edges.
oh,
Liquid latex my head,
Mhm.
and here's painting it over.
Wait, bring it a little bit closer.
Hold on 1 second.
Dude, I remember you showed
Yeah.
me like a video of like you taking it off after like several hours. It was disgusting.
It
Oh,
was
it's terrible. That
Yeah.
was. I can say with confidence, I adored every second of Adam's Family. That was like almost every second. The 1 second I didn't like was
Except-
ripping that
There
bald
we
cap
go.
off every night.
for
I
most of
nearly
the second.
vomited when you did it.
So bad because look, I'm sorry for whoever this disturbs, but there's just it just I'm sitting under it for so long and it's skin tight and I'm dancing in a long sleeve shirt and a fur coat. I get so hot so fast.
Oh,
By the
no.
time it was over, the back of the bald cap was wet. It was soaking
Oh.
wet. The worst
I
part of it though is I'm not gonna give full details.
Yay.
I'm not gonna give full details. But there was one part of it where the like a little bit of it opened and the sweat started leaking out, and by the time Act 2 was over, that side of my bald cap disintegrated.
Oh, yeah. Hey.
So that was the easy part to take
That's
off.
nasty.
But I literally
Yeah.
that was
That's
the worst part was
nasty.
just putting it on wasn't a problem. And I mean, it's not like it was it's not even like it was uncomfortable. It literally just sat on my head. Like that's it.
Mhm.
I hated that taking it off. Oh my god,
Okay.
it was the worst.
We're going to do final remarks for Adams because this episode's already almost 45 minutes and we haven't even gotten to Annie yet.
Oh,
so
Hey, what the heck,
I'm
guys?
trying to think of
What the
everything.
heck?
Right,
I made about Adams. You saw the show.
I didn't see.
Yeah, poor Jack. Poor Jack.
I couldn't make it.
Adams
Yeah.
was amazing. Adams was.
that
such a great
was
show.
My words were. I went to the last show, and my words were leaving that show. I looked at my mom. I said, "Why was it so good for just no reason at all? What the heck?"
Oh! I just remembered something else we need to say, Jay. Jay, we need to say
Oh,
it.
No, you didn't.
okay.
The dolls that Mia made.
Oh my.
Hold on, I'm
Can
gonna
I-
get mine.
Okay,
I'm
I was
terrible
gonna
here,
say.
but I'm gonna get mine.
Okay,
Oh,
Kinsey. So
okay.
Mia
Is her
made
icon
us
the Loch
these-
Ness monster?
Yeah.
But,
Loch
like,
Ness
um,
string
worm
worm.
things?
It's a string
Yep,
worm.
there we
The
go.
Loch Ness.
Okay, so
You're a
Mia
string worm.
made us the most precious gift ever. It was like Mia made this crochet doll of Lurch. I'm like, oh my god, that's so cool. And before the final show, she texted all of us and she said, "Hey, I have a gift for all of you." And I'm like, please say this is what I think it is. And she handed us these little presents in the wrap. They're like this big and this tall. Look, she made crochet Adams.
Oh my
It's
Oh,
actually
that's
so
awesome.
cool.
Even the shawl comes off.
Hold on. I'll be back. I'm gonna grab mine. Hold on.
While he
Alright.
does that,
Alright.
I'm gonna show y'all mine. Here
Yeah.
she is. The shawl. It comes off. Oh my god,
No,
I
it
love
doesn't.
her. I don't know what else to tell you except I'm showing you it off the doll's body.
Mm-hmm.
But oh my god,
Yeah.
and the hair.
I'm back.
He's back.
He's back.
Thank God. I thought I was going to start rumbling in a
Back.
second.
Hi, I'm back. I swear, I'm back. Here's Crochet Fester.
Oh my
That's
God.
fire.
Here's Crochet Uncle Fester. I love him so much.
Crowchester.
Crowchester was crazy.
Rochester.
Okay.
Yeah, that was I think one of my favorite gifts I've ever received from a show.
I cried. I
Yeah.
cried.
Other
when
than-
it-
Other than these, which Mia also made me, for Big Fish, she made me shoes. She painted shoes for me. See, it
Oh, I
has
thought you
like
meant she just straight up made
Mm.
shoes. I was like,
Yeah.
what do you
Yeah.
mean she made shoes?
What's
no,
so
that's
good?
just
that's
that
Jay's
good.
title.
That's me. I make
That's Jay's
shoes.
title.
I was gonna say,
Shoe
Um,
make?
That's
you're
a
the
funny-
shoemaker. What the heck?
So if you can see, there's it has all of Edward's stories on it. So it has the mermaid, the fisherman. I wonder what this is. All the daffodils.
Me who didn't
It
see
has
Big
it has
Fish.
Ashton and Ethan,
Loser.
and then it has Amos and the crystal ball with the witch. And those are two of the coolest cast ifs I've ever gotten. So
Yes.
awesome.
I love him.
I'm trying to think of like final things from Adams. My projection when I went to the moon. I have I have two things about the moon. Originally, I can't disclose too much of this information. Originally, the projection of the woman on the moon was originally supposed to be a headshot of Keely. Little fun
I was
fact.
told about this. Yeah.
It was
That is so
originally
funny.
supposed to be her headshot because I would go, oh, there you are, and a woman's face like pops up in the moon, and it was honestly even funnier because it was like a L'Oreal Paris model, so it looked so it looked so AI generated, and it was
It
so
did.
funny. But there is a picture, I don't know where it is. It's somewhere, of Keely's face on the moon, and it was so funny. But whenever I went there. Whenever I went, I'm coming, my love, stay full, woo, and I like go off the stage.
I love that.
They decided to make a projection of a guy with a jetpack flying across, landing on the moon, and my character portrait head just up there on
It
the
was
moon.
so good. I didn't know
I
this
thought that
happened
was
until
funny.
after the show was over, and so every time the audience started laughing, I was like, "Why are they laughing at Mia Solo?"
Yeah, it was so funny. Was
Towards the
so
darkness.
funny. Speaking of Mia, I was not expecting her as Lurch. I didn't know who I was expecting as Lurch,
don't
but I
think-
saw it was
Yeah, she was-
Mia. I saw it was Mia, and I'm like, oh, I'm so excited. And she
Like,
absolutely
I
killed
think-
it. She was perfect.
Collectively, all of us went, Mia's.
Ooh, like we were all like
You
really
did.
intrigued.
Mhm.
We were.
We were all
now,
like,
wait
oh,
a
I'm
minute.
excited
Caught
to
off
do this.
guard because
She
it's
could
like,
cook.
you
She
know,
did cook.
short woman is Lurch, and then you think about it's Mia, and then you're like, actually, wait.
That makes
Yeah,
a lot of sense.
It was she was perfect in that role.
She was.
And her solos were absolutely beautiful. They were great. Josh and Chloe's chemistry was everything. Josh came so far as Gomez. He killed it.
He
As
did.
It was,
and
that,
I love
everything
watching the
about
show.
that show. That
My
show,
other son-
single-handedly, in my opinion, had the best casting possible in CYT.
heck yeah.
Like, there was not a single role that I was like, about. Every single role was just perfect.
I
was like-
gotta give major credit to Amanda as grandma. Killed it.
Yay!
Absolutely.
Also, I
Yeah.
think
Old
it's like
people.
the best stage family I've ever had. Like that was
Yeah.
so because like
we
I got
grew
along with
so
everyone.
close.
Yeah, and we were already close, so that was like even better. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah. Gotta give props to Isaac. What If was heavenly.
Oh, I feel
And if
bad.
What If was that good, I'm so excited to hear Close every day.
Oh, and I just feel bad for him though because I had to scream at him every show, scream
Yeah,
in
you
his
did.
face.
Yeah.
Close every door.
I was so
Sorry.
excited as Fester. I loved playing Fester so much. It was so fun. I mean, I literally got to talk like this. Yeah. Who am I missing?
Chloe,
Sam.
Sam.
Sam. Sam absolutely killed it because y'all know, I've known Sam since I was like this and she was like this. So, like, seeing her as Wednesday was just absolutely incredible, and she killed it.
First time
Chloe,
I saw her in the wig, I was so caught off guard. That
Me
like
too.
it didn't work in my head. Like it
Yeah.
looked exactly like Sam, but she had black hair and it just wasn't right.
Sam didn't look like Sam in her Wednesday makeup and hair, and she looked so.
She did not look like it. Chloe
Like
just
she
was
looked
Morticia.
so
There's no getting around it. She just was. She killed it.
Yes.
Dude, Ollie and Ryan were incredible. Brought so much comedy because Ryan played a pretty stone cold character, but the fact that he could bring so much humor to that role really shows a lot, and that was really cool. Ollie's Waiting was the most beautiful singing I've heard in my life.
And that was
She-
Ollie was also another person I had to scream at the face in.
Oh yeah, because she yelled, "You're gonna die, honey!" Like right to her face.
Listen, you're gonna die, honey.
Yeah, like all aggressive. And she went, ha ha ha, and walked away. I also had to scream in Ollie's face, and then rip my wig off at her. And then
football.
I said, I went, woo, Fester! And it was like right in her face. And then she said, and Josh said, this is my brother, Fester. And I said, nice to meet ya. And I had a wig on, and I exposed my bald head. And y'all, I cannot say anything about Adams without saying, oh my god, to Aiden freaking Lopez as Lucas. There was
Yes, dude.
Well, there was no getting
No.
around that. Like, I was really hoping it would be Aiden and Sam cast, but we didn't know if it was possible. And then we saw they were cast, and we were all like, yes. I don't think there was
Dude,
one
no.
person who was not like ecstatic over
That
Sam
was
and
so
Aiden.
cool.
Because they were perfect. They were so perfect. They were those roles. And they were, oh my gosh.
I remember getting to hear Aiden solo for the first time. One, he walks on instantly and I start losing it. But since Aiden had to sing bass 2 with me during the Greatest Showman class, and those lower notes were a bit of a struggle for him, whatever. And so I hadn't gotten to hear him sing like that before. And he walks on stage, so I have kind of a vague idea of him singing solo. And he does that, and my jaw dropped, dude. I was like,
All of us hearing his solo for the first time was like, all of us were like shell shocked, dude. It was crazy.
like it was insanely good, dude.
There is no doubt. that
Never
he
heard him sing like
absolutely-
that before.
he
Like,
killed
and
it.
it
Yeah.
did not disappoint.
I think. Oh, Melody Johnson and that choreo.
Oh my god, I'm so sad. This is the only show I got to do with her.
Oh, I love that woman so much. She made Fester a dancer. I'm like, I love you. Thank you. I got to be in this like little small Fosse section of When You're in Adams, and I'm like, you're making the fat bald guy do that? Like it's literally what he's stated as in the show. I mean, we changed Fat to Strange in the script. That was the change that was made for the school edition, because I mean, he doesn't have to be. So it was changed in the script to Strange Bald Person. But I'm like, you put Uncle Fester in the big Fosse. Oh, like I'm like, thank you, Melody. But that was my favorite line I had was, what can a strange bald person of no specific gender know about love? Yeah. Yeah, but
love
I
it.
think that's it for Adams if we're done
Mm.
yapping.
Mm-hmm.
I will say one more thing. Can I just say one thing that that kept happening?
No.
So, anyway, so
Thank you, Jonathan. No, just kidding.
I kept on having to become the person who would pick up the rat on stage every time the RC rat fell over during
Stupid
the
rat.
Me and the Binding thing. Because this rat, whose name was Cyanide, he would have to roll across the stage and try to make it all the way over to the other side of the stage. But he kept on either falling off stage, falling over on the stage, or getting kicked into the wings. On the
Jack, that reminded me of golfing frog
What?
during Tuck Golf when Maddie just
Oh.
chucked the frog off the stage. Whenever we did Tuck Everlasting
Oh my
in
god,
2020,
yeah.
this stupid frog, it was so cool though, and it like moved. It was like an animatronic frog, but it would always go in one direction, and it was like, oh yes, keep going in that direction, and then it would just move to another direction, and it
Yep.
kept like circling them when they were trying to dance. So Maddie just looked at it with her cane and went and knocked it off the stage with her cane. Literally
Yeah.
played golf with an animatronic frog. It got the biggest laugh of the whole show.
anyway, sorry.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, we need
wait,
to
wait.
move on to Annie.
Amanda, were you finished?
I was just gonna say, literally all I had to do is like after I would finish my bit with Ollie, where I was screaming at her, I just try to walk over to the rat, be like, oh, "My baby, hi," and just gonna cradle him for the rest of the scene until we walked off. And I got to tell Lily, "It's okay, we got it, we're good."
And then in that same scene, I got to act like I like sports, which I don't. Let's move on to Annie.
Mhm.
Okay,
Yep.
Ethan,
Oh.
it's your time. Ethan.
It was good.
Oh,
All
he's been
right, so,
waiting so long. He actually is as old as the character.
all right. So Annie,
Annie.
what am I
Hey.
doing again?
You just what were some of your favorite moments? Like, some like memorable.
So
things
for
for
those of
you?
y'all unaware, Ethan Harris was actually casted as Annie and Annie Jr. Um,
And
That's
Jubilee was Daddy
somehow
Warbucks.
too much. Oh my god, you have to be on still. Oh god. Okay, but so first of all, Annie was a fa- Annie was a fantastic show. I believe one of my best. I had a lot of fun, especially
agree
because I
with
feel
that.
like the whole cast had a lot of good chemistry with each other. Like it's because especially like the bonds that were made during that show. Like there were kids that didn't know each other at all, and by the end of the show, they were like during like the last thing. What's it called?
Finale.
Strike?
No. The thing where everyone's crying.
Strike.
Strike. There we go.
I
Strike
said
and like
strike once.
What's
I
that
didn't
thing
hear
when
you.
everyone's
What are you
crying?
talking about?
Strike?
But they're out here like they didn't know each other, and then they're like,
Yeah, just crying. I saw
Like,
the
they're
video of
literally
y'all
just-
The best
singing
part about
tomorrow,
that was
and
that
there's
it did
this
not come to
group
the
in the
audio at
corner.
all.
Oh.
Yeah,
there's
there's
like a group
literally
in the corner just like tearing up, and I'm like, oh no.
no,
See,
because it's
normally I
all
don't-
of like it's all of My Littles too. I saw that video and I started like crying because it was Jubilee, all of the Johnsons, Haley Adams, and I'm like, no, like, y'all cannot do that to me.
Oh.
the whole cast, but the whole cast did so good, especially Jubilee and Lily. They were
Jubilee, man.
it was so much fun working with those two. Oh my goodness, especially Jubilee because she felt like an actual daughter to me, like
Oh.
in a way, like if that
Yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah.
It was hi. It was
Oh,
really
sorry,
nice. It was really
I look
nice.
over for 1 second.
I
and
was
just
waving
see
at the
Fester.
Fester guy, little
Rochester.
guy.
bro,
Fester.
also Evan as the what's her name?
Hannigan.
Hannigan.
She
Hannigan.
walked on
Hannigan.
stage,
Oh,
She did
my
really
and I was
good.
like, no,
Yeah.
But
that's
I love
just
the
Evan. That's just Evan.
It's just
What
That's
was
literally
like
just her.
scary to me, Ethan? What was scary to me was I was not expecting this in the junior edition. Is whenever she walked on stage and Annie was doing something goofy, and she walked on stage like right behind her, and all you hear was Jubilee go, and all you heard was clap, and I'm like the
Eat
part
the
where
child.
when she smacked her, I was like, I wasn't expecting that. Like in like right before Hard Knock Live, that scene with Hannigan and Annie, and I, like that little smack happened, and I'm like I wasn't
Don't worry,
expecting
guys.
God.
No.
Okay, what time are we at? I gotta
It's
Right.
3:06.
No.
my notes. Thank you, Jonathan.
No orphans were harmed in the
I'm just
filming
gonna call
or
it
the
60.
process of Annie. No orphans
No
were
orphans
harmed.
are harmed.
I don't trust that
Um,
statement.
Trust me.
No, I don't
Oh, fair.
actually.
Okay.
Okay, Amanda.
Trust me.
get
No.
out.
Okay. Fair. All right.
Yeah, but
Um.
that was such a good show. Ethan, you cooked.
Thank you. It was a lot of fun of playing Warbucks, especially because it made me feel like an actual celebrity. Because they're out here putting me in Jubilee in newspapers, like actual newspapers. I had my face on a chocolate bar. I had a portrait, and it was I had an AI portrait.
I have a picture of that. Your
Dude,
mom
I had
also.
to
I don't know if you.
fight
I don't.
to get
Matter
a
of fact-
picture of like you on the chocolate bars with the $100 bills. I had to fight to get a picture of that. It was so funny, dude.
Oh,
Let me-
where's the picture?
This will take a few seconds. Let me show y'all. Let me show y'all the portrait real quick. Let me show the chat. Let me show chat real quick.
Bro.
This is what.
Dude.
He's
This
got the thing.
Oh, you have it.
No, yeah, my mom. Let me give me a second.
Wait, hold on. Oh.
Oh,
Wow.
That's wild.
It's the portrait. Isn't it beautiful, guys? Isn't it beautiful?
That is beautiful.
absolutely.
Ethan, you ate.
Thank you. Thank
Ethan,
you.
I'm also friends with your mom on Facebook, and she made an AI portrait of you as Pharaoh.
Yeah, I saw that one.
Wait,
Dude,
did she really?
I'm so
I'm friends
Yeah.
with your
y'all
mom.
I
were
need
not
to-
in Ethan's audition. Oh my gosh. The second he started audition, I was like, okay. And then he hit the Elvis song and I went, Pharaoh. No question. I don't want to see anyone else. Pharaoh. He's Pharaoh.
He was
Again,
killer in the callback.
Pharaoh.
But
Thank you. Thank you.
Annie
Thank you. Thank you
details.
very much.
Oh, Ethan Kenley, dude, killed it.
Yes. Oh,
Oh
my.
my! Don't even. Yes.
That
Oh my
kid.
goodness.
Because I told her mom, I'm like, yo, you gotta tell me everything about the list when it comes out and like all the callbacks. And she's like, okay, I got you. And she was like, so, Emmeline got a callback for Dance and the Orphans, I believe. And Kenley
Yeah.
was like, okay, I also got called back for Orphans and Lily. I'm like, what? Because I didn't know who all was called back for Rooster. So I was like, okay, period. Love that for you, Queen. And I'm like, okay, cute. Love how she said that callbacks went really well. And we kind of had the same mindset during Joseph. Like, we didn't care which way it went because every callback was just so fun. Ethan, our crying conga line during One More Angel. Literally the greatest. Anyway,
I'm so
Um,
excited to see that in person.
oh, I'm so ready. My mom said she's gonna do it. Like, she's like, I'm gonna make y'all do that.
Go the
Um,
first week of shows. Go the first week of shows, y'all.
Yeah, so Jonathan
Yes.
can
I
actually
won't
be
be
there for it.
there. There's a chance I won't be at the second week of shows. Please, y'all, go to the first week of shows.
Any hoodles,
If you
y'all. We're
want
I
to
gonna.
see
cannot tell
me.
you when I can go. I
Anyway,
cannot even
y'all.
tell you.
Anyways, but her mom said to me,
Anyways,
yeah,
Oh,
get
he said
out.
the thing.
Yeah, but
Okay,
her
continue.
but her mom texted me and was like, Jay, she did it. She got Lily, and the way my jaw dropped to the ground. I
I'm
was
pretty
like,
sure you were like spam texting me so excited. I was
I
really
did.
happy.
I texted Amanda. I'm like, Kenley got Lily. Kenley got Lily. Kenley got
I mean,
Lily, and like all
she-
caps. She killed it.
I mean, yeah, she definitely earned it. I mean, she did. So because the rooster, I'm like, oh my goodness. And then
I was like,
and then
Stole the
speaking
whole
of rooster, speaking
Reed.
of rooster, my boy Reed had the biggest glow up known to man. Because when we started this, I won't. I was gonna say he was joking around, but let's be for real. Me and him were joking around. I'm immature, but he wasn't putting that much emotion. And then it came to check week, and he like glows up a lot. I'm like, oh, okay. And then it comes to shows, and I'm like, bro,
Brother,
who is
what?
this? What did you do with Reed?
Yeah.
He killed it. Like,
He
oh my,
killed. He
I
was
am
really
so
good.
I am so proud of him. He's
Ethan,
come such a
another thing
long
that
way.
shocked me, because you did the MJ class, which anyway, which was kind of bonkers. But you were like, I'm not a dancer, and then you did all the stuff for Together at Last, like perfectly. I'm like, shut up.
Because those dances are easy and fun. MJ was not easy, but it was fun. It was not easy.
Yeah.
Bro,
Yeah,
me
but
at
dude,
any
you
dance.
killed
It's
Together at
fun.
Last.
Not easy.
Thank you. That
It's
was
fun though.
that was a
Yeah.
nice. I'm gonna miss Amy.
It was such a great show. You and
It
Jubilee
was
were
a good
so
show.
good together too. Like y'all's like on stage stuff. I was like, period. Y'all ate.
Hopefully I get to work with most of those people again, especially Jubilee.
Oh,
It
yeah.
was fun. It was fun.
yeah.
I think she's doing Sound of Music. I'm not sure though.
Really?
Yeah.
Hey
I
guys,
don't
y'all
think I'm
should
doing
do
that,
You're a
but
Good
I'll
Man,
have to
Charlie
watch.
Brown.
You know, I would.
Welcome to
I
but-
agree. I should do it. You're right.
Yeah, Jack will be
Yeah.
Lucy in Charlie Brown.
Guys,
I'm
I'll be there. Don't
Advertising,
worry.
y'all, please. That's the show I want to do just because of the role Snoopy. That's the only reason.
Oh, I'm gonna
Y'all,
do
honest,
it, and I'm
though?
gonna get Charlie. That's fine.
Oh, for sure,
Honest,
man.
y'all,
For sure.
I was truly impressed with how D handled 80 people in a cast so
Yes.
well. Because I loved NYC, and it didn't feel like overcrowded.
NYC.
Yeah, like that's what I
Yeah.
love about D is her blocking is so good that she can have like 1,000 people on stage and it still won't feel crowded.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Like
I was
she's
nervous about it.
a wizard, or I don't know. No, she's not a witch.
She's a
Witches are
blocking
bad.
wizard. She just is.
She's a blocking
Yeah,
wizard.
she's blocking wizard.
Oh, can I talk about a funny something that happened in
Sure.
Annie?
No.
Talk about funny
So-
something.
My
Jonathan, shut up.
friend Reed, my little guy Reed, my pal. I was on the verge of ending his. Okay, well, no,
Oh,
but it was
wowza.
Click back.
there's
Click back.
context. There's context. There's context. There's context. So Reed just randomly. Why are we in the green
doing
room?
that. Oh my! Stop doing that.
This Reed.
Stop.
Reed.
Let
Stop
Ethan
doing it.
talk!
Why?
No, I'm mad
Let
at
him talk. Let
Jonathan.
him talk. Let him talk.
While we were in the green room, Reed randomly said, "I don't know what we were talking about," but out of nowhere he said, "Ethan, I'm gonna make you break character. I'm gonna make you break in front of all your friends and family." I'm like, "Oh, okay, yeah, funny joke, pal." He wasn't joking. That same day, that oh my god, that same day, the scene where you haven't heard that I've offered a certified check for $50,000 to any person who's whether they're any parents. He he's supposed to look at me for like just 2 seconds. That's it, just 2 seconds, and then go, "No, sir, I haven't heard." He he multiplies that 2 by 5, and just it just stays there. He's like, and he just does that, and I have to turn my head away from the audience because I'm trying not to laugh,
Bust out laughing.
and I have to go, "Yeah, are you deaf? Like, why?" I didn't say that, but and then he goes, "No, sir," and I'm like,
Can you
"Okay,
hear me?
bro." Like, it's,
Oh, funny.
but
Oh my
I
gosh,
love that.
dude. Reed killed it.
He
he
did.
did.
I don't know how
I
everyone
will
on stage
say-
didn't break it. Kinley, every single line that she had me cracking up laughing.
It
Like,
was so good.
I'm
Trust me,
not afraid to say it.
backstage
That kid
people
stole
were.
the show.
She
That
did.
kid stole the show.
Trust me, people backstage were losing their.
Yeah.
Trust me,
Oh.
it was hard.
I forgot to say something real quick. Y'all,
Yeah.
Morgan's choreo?
Yes.
Dude, I feel so bad for Miss Morgan. She had to deal with me during the entirety of James, and she was like, "Okay, so we're gonna do this dance," and I'm sitting here like,
Brother, what?
and she does the dance because the biggest thing was I was kind of just in the center of all the dances, and they would happen around me. But basically, she would teach them the dance, and I'd be on the side, and then she'd take me and say, "Okay, here's what you're gonna do." I am not a quick learner, especially with dancing. I'm not a
Same.
dancer
Bun and
first
Joseph.
in any means. And she is a very, very good choreographer. So I feel so bad for her having to work with me. And then I saw the Annie choreo and I was like, oh, who did the oh, yeah, that makes sense. Because she's an
Okay, that makes sense.
amazing
Okay.
choreo.
All this is for Hard Knock Life, dude. Those kids are crazy talented.
Yes.
Like, there is no way
Mhm.
to deny it. Like, CYT has some crazy talented kids.
Yeah.
It was insane. Like, I saw Annie, and like all those kids were dancing, and plus like little Emmeline, like all the way in the front. I'm like, my bestie.
Hard knock life.
Comrade.
Yeah,
I love
she was cooking, man. Dude,
It is indeed. It
let
is indeed
me
a hard knock
just
life.
say, Haley as Molly
Oh
was
my.
the greatest casting choice ever.
I'm being so
Mhm.
happy to
Because look,
see.
I loved like Brawler Review. I loved Madagascar. Seeing her in like such a featured role, like I don't know why. Call me stupid. When this kid was up on
Okay,
her
okay.
bed, Ethan,
I'm kidding.
leave.
You told me to. I'm sorry. Continue.
Whenever
Continue.
like call me
Continue.
stupid, but whenever that little kid was like up on the thing going Merry Christmas, I started
Bro, that
crying.
was so
She was
funny,
so
dude.
cute.
Like literally, she was up on the bed yelling. She was up on the bed. Yeah, she was up on the bed yelling "Merry Christmas," and I was crying.
Guys, I think the cast of Annie.
8.
Look, yes, they cooked
We
and ate.
cooked. We cooked. That was such an awesome.
Sorry, I
show.
interrupted you for some reason.
That was
my bad.
such an incredible show. Mhm.
Yeah, that was so good. I was
I
like,
will
I
say
wanted to see it again, but the second weekend I was not in the state.
Oh,
one
You were being old in New
huge
York.
one huge comment I have about Annie is I want to preface this with y'all did a great job. I
Thank you.
hate that musical so much. I hate that
Okay,
stupid
okay.
orphan girl so much. I hate that musical with a burning passion. But y'all did a
feel
really
like-
good job.
I feel like that's how it is with a lot of people. People are like, "Oh, I hate Annie," and then when they see Annie, they're like, "I love Annie."
That's
I'm
literally
so
because
happy. I love
that
it.
That's what happened in the 2021 that Josh Marchant, my king, directed. I saw it with Jack, Will, and Chloe, and all of us before the show were like, "I hate Annie." Like I hate Annie. Then we all saw the show in an intermission. We're all like, This show's really good.
Like literally,
I
when
still
I
hate
invited,
Annie.
when
I'm
I was
just
in,
giving y'all credit that it was
when I-
good. I still hate the
Welcome.
musical, but
Oh,
it was
same.
thank you. When
But it's
I
good.
invited some of my school friends, I said, "Yeah, we're doing Annie," and they said, "Annie."
Really?
Mm-mm.
That
Yeah.
was
And
my
I'm like,
reaction
okay.
solely because you weren't doing Adams or Wonka instead.
Shut up.
Okay.
And then they saw the show and they were like, I checked like everything I said. This was spectacular. This was absolutely incredible. But yeah,
That
Annie was
it
just
was
an awesome
so
show.
good.
I
And
loved
Would do
it.
again.
Yeah, all of the named orphans were cooking.
They
Mhm.
were.
They were all going at it. So we're like all of the orphans truly just killed it, and so did Evan. Evan was perfect in that role.
Yes.
You want to know who else is perfect?
Me.
Yeah.
Aw.
Okay.
Crochetster.
Hey,
Okay.
Jake,
I agree.
you know
I
what
agree.
I say? You know what I say to that?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
She's got
You know what
a
I have to
point
say
there,
to that?
Jay. She's got you there, Jay.
Hey, Ethan, do you have any other lore to drop about Annie?
Any other lore? I have one more funny mishap. Well, it's not a mishap, but
Funny little moment.
and guess who this one involves again?
Read.
Oh,
Reed.
Okay,
Read.
keep
More
going.
like go read a book. You. I'm kidding. But
you idiot.
but so he tried making me break in character again on the second show. He said this wasn't enough. I have to do it again. So the scene where they all get arrested for trying to murder a child and committing fraud and all the other stuff they did.
Oh yeah, I forgot
So
that Rooster literally tries to kill a child.
yes, yes.
For real.
And
They're held
Jubilee
in
of all
handcuffs.
people. No, I was kidding.
Like what? Like it,
Brother.
Not
brother,
a fan
that
of
is
it.
quite distressed. But they're in handcuffs, and the I can't remember what scene this is. I think I'm
I think it's the last one.
Jubilee goes, you guys are no, because then they're gone. Oh yeah, it's the scene where I expose Miss Hannigan. But so come off it, Aggie, that scene. And so Jubilee, Miss Hannigan and Annie are talking to each other. Like, oh, Miss Hannigan, remember the one thing you told me that always not to do? Never tell a lie. And Reed, this baboon, this monkey orangutan is staring into my soul again. But this time he's like,
Oh my god.
and then you can see him shaking too. He's like,
I can see Reed doing that.
Bro's
Like,
crashing
when
out.
he did that.
and the thing is, I
Bro's
wasn't the only one
crashing
who saw it. The artistic team saw it. Lily and Jubilee saw it, and they were trying not to break character. Some of the orphans saw it, and they were trying not to laugh.
Yeah.
And then I'm just staring at him like, really, bro? I'm
Really?
seeing it right now.
brother.
It's one of the most messed up things to do on stage, but one of like the best and like funniest things to do on stage for yourself is to make other people break character.
So fun.
Mhm.
That was my whole goal.
He got in trouble for it. He not too much
Okay.
trouble, but
Yeah.
he karma. But yeah, I'm sorry, he got in trouble for it, which I feel
True.
kind of bad, but also like that's what you
But also,
get.
You
good.
didn't do anything.
Yeah. So Ethan, is that it for Annie?
And it was good show. Yeah, okay, that's it.
Heck yeah.
Okay, cool.
So
I love being a
time
part of
for our new segment. We're still doing the
So
fact question, but our new
actually,
segment.
we are going to skip that for this next episode because this episode's already at an hour and 15, possibly more. So we're gonna go ahead and skip that, and we're gonna do that later. But it is time for the quack question. Quack.
Oh, okay.
That's just gonna be a thing
Okay.
now.
Yeah. So, our quack question today is from me. It's one that we've already done before, but I feel like a lot of us have changed our answer. What is the funniest on-stage mishap you've happened during a show? Ethan, go first.
Pick me, yeah.
Thanks for raising your hand.
Thank you for raising your
Okay.
hand. You're so kind.
Of course. So this mishap happened during The Biggest Fish, one of my personal favorite shows. I was Carl the Giant, the big man,
No, you
the giant, big, tough, the giant tall man. So
Yes.
The scene
This episode is
Where-
long, please.
the scene where Edward is sitting in his little chair and he's dying, and and, and his son is like comforting him, and all the people, Edward Bloom, we've come to say goodbye.
Just say goodbye.
Yeah. I'm wearing stilts, right? Because I'm a giant. So they like snap, like a bolt or something fell out of the stilts, and so this little
Wait,
metal
what?
part. Yes, I
I
talked to
never
you
knew
about
about
this.
that.
Neither did
About
I.
this. But
I don't remember that.
pretend this is a stilt. Like it starts tilting, and and from the audience perspective, that word, it looks like my leg is broken. It looks like a bone. It looks like my bone is out of my leg.
Wait,
and
Ethan,
so
did this happen during a show?
Yes, an actual show. And so
Oh,
I'm struggling
no.
to stand up straight, but I'm like trying to stay in character, and I am peeing myself. My britches have been soiled. Like, oh my goodness. And I am standing there practically crying. And then when the scene is over and everyone slowly walks off, I'm the last person that has to walk off, which sucks. I have to stay there for even more time with the
Because
broken
you're like
leg.
looking at me, and Ollie like looks at you and goes, "It's time," and then just y'all walk off stage.
What you doing? But I'm walking and I'm limping off stage. It's like it was so bad.
I was so
And,
in it. I had to go over to hug you. Like I had to go over to hug you, and I didn't even notice. And your bone, like y'all were literally like this, like, and I didn't even notice it. And I think you went up to me and goes, "Jay, my stilt broke." I'm like,
Yeah,
Wait,
that still happened. Jay, my leg broke. It looked so gross. It looked like my leg was literally just snapped in half.
snapped in
And like
half.
the bone was slipping out of the pants leg. I don't know. It was disgusting. Like, brother,
Oh, no.
but yeah, that's my mishap. That's my mishap. Alright, who's next?
I have a couple. For my funny one, I have like one and then one that made me break. Okay, so during Adam's Family, during full disclosure, there's this one part. No, it's not even during full disclosure. It's during waiting. Ollie grabs me by my shirt and throws me out of a chair. And
Oh?
usually, I don't have my light bulb in that scene, but I was doing something and I forgot to take it out. So she throws me on every hopeful breath, and I forgot it was in there. So all I feel whenever I'm down to the ground is shattered plastic in my pocket. And I'm like, oh no.
I
So
remember
I
you-
like check it, I pulled it out, and she is shattered. I was losing my mind. I was literally like, oh god, oh god, oh god. I bet, please tell me we have an extra. So I go to your mom like tweaking out. Like, please tell me we have an extra. They did. So I was very happy about
good.
that.
Okay, that's good.
But that was the
Thank
most
you,
terrifying
Anne.
experience. And then during Big Fish, this didn't even happen to me.
Back to Big Fish.
Didn't happen to me. Happened to Jonathan Brown.
Oh.
I was about to say, I wasn't in Big Fish.
I haven't heard that name in a while.
This happened. It happened to Jonathan Brown. He played Zachy Price. There's this
I
one
miss
part where
him.
him
I haven't
and
seen him
I
in a
think
while.
Josh escort
Yeah.
Chloe down the stairs, and there's these big sets of stairs that like pull out on tracks. It's so cool. But they had
Yes.
big holes in between each one, and it was really dark back there, so Jonathan couldn't see. So if this is the hole and this is his legs, one of his legs is still on the platform, and his other leg is like this. And one of his legs goes
Oh, no.
down into the hole in the stairs, and the other one is still there. And he almost broke his leg the day before opening.
Ooh.
And then my
That
third
sure
and
is a
final
funny
that
mishap.
made me laugh. Ashley and I had this inside joke because we both love this singer, but the way he does vibrato is like this. And like shakes his head to do it. So anytime
Oh.
Ashley Pribble and I are on stage together, this is during Aladdin. This is during a live performance. Kasim has to thank Genie for helping them out of the jail or whatever, and she like looks at me and usually goes, but this time she looks at me dead in the eyes and goes and shakes violently her head at me, because anytime we do that, I'm on stage and I try to break her with it. Like I did it during Legally Blonde, and I said hi, and she went. I'm like, it was a show you went to actually, Jonathan, where I went hi.
That makes sense, actually.
But she looked at me dead in the face, and instead of going, she went, and I literally just went, like on stage, and
Great
I was
character,
like,
great character.
you did not do that to me. Yeah, that's mine.
I think I remember that now that you're saying it, and honestly,
when I
it looked like
violently
it was in
shook-
character.
Yeah, hi. So stupid. Okay.
Can I go?
Anyone next? Yeah, Amanda, go
Yeah,
ahead.
go ahead.
No.
Okay. Oh.
No.
Oh.
What did you
if
get
I said
against Amanda? I
yes?
swear to God.
Okay, keep going.
Nah, we'd have to edit
Okay.
that out. Never mind.
Anyway,
Don't even think
this
about
one
it,
isn't
Jonathan.
quite as much as funny, but it is a mishap that happened during Percy. And so basically, Aiden and I had to train with each other in the background during the scene right before putting in your place, like we were sword fighting. And we ended up kind of like making choreo for ourselves for that bit. And there was one bit where I kind of spin around with my sword and then try to like kind of just swing
Jab.
right towards his head. And normally he ducks. I didn't. I did this move too quickly, and he didn't realize I was about to do it. And this may have been during the pickup rehearsal, now I think of it. But anyways, he didn't duck, so I hit him clean in the jaw. Who did that? Who did that?
It wasn't me. It wasn't me for once. It was not me this time.
No,
What do you
it
mean?
wasn't.
That I don't think I would.
I've been waiting for this moment. Okay, keep going.
Did you?
Y'all shouldn't
my
have
God.
taught us where the vine boom was, man. That was a mistake.
Okay, keep going.
Jay, you're editing the
Anyways,
episode.
I
I know you
felt
don't
so
know how, but
bad.
you're editing the episode.
I am not doing that. Alright, keep going.
Anyways,
Keep going.
I felt so bad, but because he kind of recoiled for a minute, and I was on stage. I was like, "Are you okay?
Yeah.
Oh my god!" And then like I was even checking in with him afterwards. I was like, "Are you okay? Are you okay?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm fine." And then eventually we just had to make a system afterwards, being like a little signal we would give each other before I would do that move, so I didn't hit him in the face. But yeah,
Heck yeah.
that's
I
the
don't know
end
why
of
I'm laughing. I'm sorry.
that's the end of our mishap. That wasn't quite funny, but it happened.
Hands off. Vine boom, not happening. Who's next?
Jonathan, you can go if you want.
All right. So
Is this when you said two magics, when a magic spell and or two atrocious hands
no,
and a boy
that's one of
collide?
my most annoying mess ups. I will admit that's definitely in the book, but like it wasn't really
In the book is crazy.
In the book.
it wasn't a bad mess up so much as I was like, really, two
Really,
magic,
bro?
two aunts and a boy collide, really,
Oh,
really.
Wow!
But no, it was probably way back in 7th grade before I even knew CYT was a thing. It was my first acting role ever. And we did a show called And Then There Was One. I was in the role of Matthew Charisma, still one of my favorite roles, such a funny, dumb character. And one of the lead roles got a concussion week before show. So we had to
Oh.
call in someone to learn all of her lines and put on the show. And she did it in 2 days. It was great. She
Period.
did an amazing job covering all that.
That's so Descendants of the.
I was gonna say that's literally descended.
But as bound to happen with, learning an entire show in 2 days, some lines they happened a little early.
Oh.
And there's one scene, because it's a spoof murder mystery, right? So people are dying, not really. And a bomb goes off upstairs. Whatever. There's a sound effect. And the girl who was covering said the wrong line and said, "I need to check all of your guns now." And all of us on stage freeze because we're like, that's the next scene. That's not it. Hold on. And she was so confident in her line, too. This was during a show. She was confident. She was still in character because she thought that was her line. And I go,
no.
maybe it happened upstairs, actually. And she was so certain in her line. She went, "No, let me check y'all's guns." And I was like, "I think we should go upstairs, y'all." And everyone else is like, "Yeah, that's a good idea." So we go upstairs and we're sitting there and she's like it's right as we get back there, she's like, "This isn't oh my god, yeah, and it was so funny, dude. No, that was like the second show. In that same show, also our audio cut out at
Phew.
one point, and
So
it was
CYT
fine because we didn't have mics or
Extra
whatever, right?
core.
I was about to say.
But we did have a song that played because we had a funny fight scene between me and the girl who was covering. And everybody was kung fu fighting was supposed to start playing, right?
Oh,
Oh,
God,
So it
that's
played
so
for
funny.
5 seconds and then cut off. So we kind of look at each other and I go, "Whoa," and she does it back, and we all start singing. Everyone was kung fu fighting on stage, and it was so funny, dude.
That's perfect.
And that was like the
Really hit it
first
with
show.
the-
So like the standard, that was the standard.
Period.
Mhm.
Really hit it with the.
Let's
It was so funny though.
Ooh.
Whoa.
If they catch that as
Whoa.
kung fu
Because I
fighting,
have 2 announcements too.
if they catch that,
Right.
if they catch that as kung fu fighting, you guys are paying for the copyright. Just saying.
Oh my
Okay,
God.
so mine. Okay, Music Man 6 years ago. Okay.
Oh.
I was probably the
6
one that could
years.
hear it the most because I have perfect pitch, which sometimes can be a beautiful thing, and then sometimes
Casual
it
flex.
is, and sometimes it is my personal hell, and I'm going to explain how it's my personal hell. So,
So,
for our first song we do, I wasn't the quartet, if I didn't mention that barbershop quartet. I was
Ooh,
the
yeah.
Ladies.
Lead.
I was the lead, yeah,
quartet
and then okay, and I know that like during the like rehearsal process, like Asa was having some problems doing the bass, okay, and we had our worst run ever of our first song. I can't remember if it was opening night or not. I think it was somewhere in like the first 3 shows. I want to say like the second show or something. But normally I have like a pitch pipe so that we know which note to start on. It's meant for me because I sing the first note, and then for that show, I try to blow through the pitch pipe, and no note comes out of it, and so, and then the audience starts laughing. I'm like, well, I got perfect pitch. I'm just gonna do this. I'm just gonna start. But I guess it kind of helps like the other people in the quartet to like know where we're starting. But like I just do
A little
it,
bit.
and then it sounds fine at the beginning, and then it just all starts going downhill. Okay, and this isn't even a perfect pitch thing. It just sounded bad. Like no one knew what key we were on. I mean, the audience could definitely tell that something was wrong. I feel like once we were done with the song, like we recovered a little bit at the end, but then once we got to the end of the song, I feel like people were just clapping out of pity at that point. But then like
yeah.
like,
Ooh.
they tried their
That's
best.
crazy.
They tried their best. Yeah.
that
And
was
then y'all
that
killed
was
the second one.
Dude,
But, like,
wait.
A
So
plus for effort.
was the quartet Goodnight Ladies? The
I think it was the ice cream one was first.
Did Bro just leave?
Oh, okay. I was about to say,
His
me and
internet blanked
Ethan
out.
know the parts to Goodnight Ladies now.
Oh, yeah, good night.
Because every year we have a concert called Men's Night Out, and at the end we sing that quartet from Music Man. And I've learned the baritone and bass part, and you've learned the tenor one part, right?
I
Both-
was
both tenor
lead,
parts
so
and
that-
baritone,
that-
yes.
so I mean,
Okay,
I was
so
trying to-
together we have all 4 parts down.
Yeah.
I want to do Music Man so bad one day.
Yeah, it's all right. We shouldn't have done 8 shows though. That was too many. Yeah.
Mhm.
The song that we
know.
messed up on that it's you though. Like
Mm,
it's
okay.
you ended up being really bad. But the rest of the show was fine. And we kind of recovered near the end. But like still, I started getting hot. I started sweating. I was like, oh god, this is terrible. This is terrible. So that's probably one of the worst mishaps. So
All right. That's
yeah. With
it.
that being said, Ethan, Jonathan, Amanda, it's been a pleasure.
Yes, I have
The
2
pleasure's
announcements.
all
fun
mine.
fact.
The pleasure's
A
all
little
mine.
Two
bit.
announcements.
My apologies.
2 announcements. One, we are starting
Yeah.
a new project on the CYT Minecraft server. It is called CYT City. We have got the land, and now we're gonna build a big city surrounding CYT land, which is gonna be really, really awesome. And on Saturday, December 7th, Hype is throwing a night of worship. So please come to that. It's 1, for free, and 2, it's not just for students. If the adults want to come too, we have an adult Bible study going on, a teen and a younger student Bible study. It's gonna be a night of songs. We're gonna have food, and again, it's free, so why not go?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, why pay money to praise God? Like, come on.
Exactly.
That's fair.
Yeah.
So
Amen,
like,
amen.
it's gonna be so fun, and I hope you all can make it. I don't know when this episode's gonna be out, but yeah.
I'll probably release it Monday. Just gotta like announce on
Bet.
Instagram that we're gonna do it.
Got it.
Yes, but once again, we do apologize for the 3-month delay. We've just been very, very busy and haven't had time.
Sorry, guys.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
Whoopsies.
My apologies. If you want to be on an episode of Goose Quack, you can DM me. You can DM Jay. You can DM at Goose Quack Podcast. Follow us on Goose Quack Podcast.
Follow us
YouTube.
on Instagram and
On YouTube, I'm sorry, on Instagram, and then you can subscribe. Different things. You can subscribe on YouTube, also at Goose Quack Podcast.
And we're
you know
also
what?
on Spotify.
You know what?
Spotify.
You know what, Jonathan? You know what? Just for fun.
Let's
Ah!
go! All right. Thank you guys for tuning in. Bye.
We've gone full circle. Bye.
Bye.
Everyone. Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Okay, leave
Oh,
now.
my phone. I dropped my phone.
Okay, this is how we're gonna end it.
Go
How am I
home.
gonna end this?